And then they were like, well, I didn't know they were going to win.
That would have been, oh my goodness. It's TC's new team.
Oh,
The new Passion UA.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it. Yes, sir.
They don't have that excuse.
No.
They saw the power. They saw the force that Spirit were in the first stage and now are willing to try to match up to that. Everybody raring to go. I mean, there's reasons I'm excited about G2, but do they look prepared to take on a match like this? Definitely not. Can they... Can we get something insane like we saw from Mattis in his previous game? Maybe. I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Shots out of Zontix. Nothing really landing here for Spirit. Finally through the smoke. It is Sunpaya's down. Chopper trying to hold on to a position on site gets denied. And G2 find a little bit of an edge here in the pistol. A breather within the fire to just go ahead and plant. Already Zwei throwing out the util for the retake. Zontix could set this up with a flash, but he's going to hang on to that. He's looking for this duel. Doesn't feel safe enough to maybe pull utility. Zwei looking for a second. Starts to push forward. Heavy God and Hunter hit him hard. And we've got G2 taking the challenge to Spirit and taking the pistol from them too.
Really solid start here. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if G2 pull off rounds like this. They are new. There's going to be some mistakes in there, but they have a very nice composition. I think they've kind of got a very nice floor in terms of individual level with all the 5 players that they have. There's no one that's, you know, some teams lack a little bit of star power, and they also have somebody who's just going to bottom frag every game. G2 do not have that. They have like a nice kind of potential ceiling, as well as like, it feels like very strong on the floor compared to a lot of other rosters. So, again, I mean, I don't know if that's like why they felt like they could take down Spirit. I don't think they believe they look that strong yet, but maybe it's worth a test. So right into a tech pause. But yeah, last time we saw Mattis on Mirage, man, one
Fantastic.
of the best clips we've seen from him specifically.
Yep. I mean,
so far.
That was definitely the most impressive map I've seen from Mattis personally. And I thought it was funny too, because you asked me during that game, like, what are your thoughts on Mattis so far? And I said he hadn't left
Cologne wasn't
too big of an impression, right? And his time on Fnatic, although, you know, maybe soured by just the reality of Fnatic's struggles as a team, he just kind of didn't jump off the page to me. And then we get that Mirage matchup when his rifling on that A site at times was just fantastic. So,
yeah,
all right,
I'll say that
message
he was
received, Mattis.
I'll say he was impressive compared to the lineup on Fnatic, and this was just like sort of a super cool find by Saw. I think it just kind of flexed what he has consistently been able to do.
Yes.
And especially shows us, you know, why G2 picked him to be the coach of the team and the level of trust that he has in making decisions like that. Like, you know, it almost feels like these days it's better to just take a rookie that looks extremely promising than take a player who's been floating in tier 2 for a while. So, but you know, that's not what Saw thinks about. I don't think he thinks about the probability. He looks in. I think he really trusts the eye test and saw that Mattis can play above his level.
You know, I love that we have coaches that have those sorts of different strengths. The ones that can bring a hype to a team to get them out of a negative headspace. The coaches that, when you take attack pause, are going to come up with a change up in strategy, like a Blade, for example.
Yeah. And
then the coaches you can rely on to build your teams. And I immediately just think of like Saw and Ash as those two. You know, Saw's taken pieces and brought them to such heights. This is the guy that brought Kixan and gave him his huge chance, you know, before that core got sold off to Falcons. Saw has done a lot in that department. And I would say Ash even too, you know, Ash is a guy who does it with an even smaller budget. Making multiple rosters for Gamer Legion.
Yeah, the real one difference in their career is Saw sort of just moving on to newer lineups or newer organizations.
True. Yep.
Going to bigger and bigger organizations here. So, but still keeping that same sort of Moneyball effect when it comes to G2.
How long is that new Ash contract? Sorry, I'm gonna figure this out, Mo.
He
just re-signed, not resigned, re-signed.
Yeah.
just says multi-year extension.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't remember hearing what the date was.
Okay.
Multi-year.
That's, hey.
Multi-year is multi-year.
It's more than one. I'm almost going to say...
It also speaks to the org that, you know, he really wants to make that. He wants to make the org better.
Sure.
And there is a way, you know, there is a world where you turn into mouse, where eventually you do stop selling players. You promote enough, and then you start winning, and then
you buy a Sphinx.
Yeah.
And then you beat Vitality.
And specifically attract a Sphinx. You know, you don't force it.
Yep.
I think you get good enough where it actually makes sense for a player from what I think when Sphinx left Vitality, they were still like a top 2 or 3 team in the world.
Sure.
To move to Mouse, which were ranked lower because he saw the potential. Gamer Legion could get there. I think that's kind of the idea.
It's definitely to a much lesser degree, just because the terms of, you know, success in the last years, you can't compare. Oh, hold on.
Guys, you need to swing faster than Donk. That's all you need to do. If you swing faster, you kill him.
Oh, it's that easy.
Who was that?
It's that easy, huh? Must have been Mattis.
Or Heavy God.
Or Heavy God.
Or Saw. It wasn't Saw.
We'll talk about Gamer Legion in the next tech pause. There's a lot to say about that team right now. Just swing faster than Donk. Easier said than done. Much easier said than done. But he'll take a dink on the top of stairs. They're going to find no resistance within the bomb site, so those 2 smokes on bench are exactly what you need to cross bomb over. See if any interruptions come through. Flash on Zwei. Not going to chuck it out, goes for the ump spam instead, and that just welcomes the Galil to fire right back. Deep CT angle here from Donk. He can hear the gunfights, and you know him. He's drawn to them like a moth to the flame. But he actually disengages from this, and they're going to try to save all 4 other lives spirits.
First saw the ump on NRG, and it seems it's starting to catch wind. We got other players picking it up. I mean, it's not that expensive. There might be a time, I mean, it took almost like 7 years of CSGO before people started using the ump. And then all of a sudden it was in everybody's hands. My
opinion on the ump is still just that the rate of fire leaves you at a disadvantage over even a nerfed MP9.
Yeah, but you get armor pen, that's why it shoots slower. So it does more damage, but you kind of just have to be more accurate. And there's always these weird stats with SMGs, like which one's better when you're jumping. Which that was for the ump for a while too.
Yep. Feels like the Mac 10 is now the king of the jump shots.
Show me the Zwei.
Not supposed to burn that line yet, Launders.
We didn't say that already?
No.
I've just been saying that like while I've been walking around.
But not on broadcast.
Oh.
Ooh. Hello, Mattis. You thought it was delivery, didn't you, Chopper? But there's a second layer. Mob's right behind him. Zontix from this range with this MP9. It's a couple shots, but Heavy God hangs on, and it's still that looming threat of Spirit players getting out through the market door. Ahead of the utility as well. Donk's position could catch them off, but an aggressive move down towards Catwalk catches Shiro. And so Donk and Zwei, they both believe in one another. No denying that. Donk keeps this pressure up, but he's doing it silently. They're just pausing for a moment here.
No plants. They wait.
Feels like G2 sense somebody's close, and patience does indeed pay off. Sunpie is going to farm 3 frags in that 3v3 as things slowed down. And so we go 3-0 start, G2.
Yeah, good control. Another, like a buy-up will come in now for Spirit, and we'll get the real test. Decent shot right there for Donk.
Slowed down on the op peak. Second nade takes Shiro down to 20, so
That's
not
awesome.
the start of the round he's looking for.
And G2 won their games to get here, but they were getting a little one note on some of their site takes, but it's fine stylistically. They are good at pulling them off. Here's that A play.
So he slides back, gets spotted by Mattis.
Uh-oh.
Anchor's dead, and that rotate of Shiro, again, wounded down to 20 early on. He is sprinting, trying to get out of there, but Malbs is on the attack. Deep control of the ticket.
Nice.
Booth is a 4th round win for G2. And you're dead on. Maybe a little one-dimensional at times, but when you do that one thing well, which we've already seen from G2, tap back into it. And this A hit was targeted time and time again in their opening Mirage game.
Yeah, and again, like there's some teams, like when Snappy was calling it, you know, it's just flirting versus harassment. Snappy calls it, it's all good, because that's what he used to do on ends. If G2 does it, it looks a little silly. But sometimes because they don't have the same amount of nades behind it on their exact, I like here that this is a walkout, but it's complemented well with a lot of utility to help make sure there's less to look at for Mattis. And he does a great job of finding that one kill. Zwei and Zwei in particular as an anchor was definitely a problem in the one map that Spirit lost so far at the Bounty. We didn't know if that was going to happen. We didn't think it was going to happen again, and it didn't. But we haven't seen, like we've seen Mattis play Cologne, and it wasn't that impressive. We've seen Zwei play Cologne. It wasn't that impressive, even though the team won. So far at the Bounty, we've seen great maps out of Mattis. We haven't really seen the potential from Zwei that we saw back at Austin.
If we get to the 3rd map, I think specifically, right, it was like anchoring Dust 2 long A.
Oh, they missed their insta.
Oh. Well, luckily for Malbs, not punished for it. Not the ideal weapon for the job here, Zontix.
Sometimes teams are missing their insta smokes on purpose, but it can also come back to bite you. But you'll never really see CTs abuse it, like, or try to punish it, because of it's impossible to know if it was on purpose or not.
Caught an underpass. Little awkward one here for Hunter. 5-7 just shaves him off. Chopper again putting that 5-7 up into the windowsill. Good for one. A couple of rounds. Zontic triple.
Come on.
Everything else that was up in the apartments once Chopper goes down falls to Zontix.
That's a little crazy. Locking down that window just with an MP9. Zontix. That's not the kind of round that felt like was going to come after we just saw that start from G2.
And this thing still just melts teas like butter.
Yeah.
Going after the jumping accuracy first is a nice nerf, but there's certainly still arguments to hang on to this SMG. MP9 is not going anywhere, folks.
They'll kick it off with a B lean, but no specific plans. It seems like they have one, but it's hard to say exactly what they want to do with this bomb up at top mid. Mattis starting to walk back. They feel like there's a flank coming in from A-ramp, but there's no one pushed yet. Spirit keeping their cards close, playing pretty standard. And Shiro gets into a great spot if there's anything towards connector. The G2 did do a lot of connector splits in general, but Mattis is back up at B-app, so surely they're not going A if they don't have anyone A-ramp or Palace. I don't know if Mattis is just going to come back, but...
Ooh, Donk not ready for the timing.
Yeah, it's just a bait.
Chopper keeping his head tucked back on bench, letting them get dangerously close to this site, and now they're spreading around the bomb site as well. So he's trying to find that golden ticket, that perfect opportunity to pop up, and as long as the rotators can draw all the attention.
Heavy God, he went E-box, he has to go into the site.
Felt like they'd forgot about him, but a good reaction from Mattis as that bomb plant jumps over to default. That's when Chopper decides to try his damnedest, and with flashes, he keeps Zway out of cap for only a moment. The 3 remaining G2 players into cover. Sunpias has had enough waiting around. And so we've got G2 answering right back after the first round of Spirit.
Yeah, they look alive. They're running through this so far. I think the one moment there for Chopper was a great way to kind of guarantee a kill. But the reaction from Mattis was just impeccable. Yeah.
Also, when he pops up into the player's site who's stumping around, that's when Heavy God's also jumping into the plant. So you can't shoot the player you were, I think, reacting to the most. Mattis catching him off by just coming around the corner. It's a hectic one for Chopper, and just Mattis too quick to the kill. Majority alive G2, showing us an ability to both hit this A and B site already.
Excellent so far. Lots of pressure on Spirit. And we got that audio blurb at the beginning. Donk hasn't really got into the game yet. He might be swinging faster.
Shiro ready for that one. Opduo goes the way of Spirit, opening up, and Mattis, again, trying to embody that Donk philosophy. Just swing faster. Donk's on the scene.
They see the bomb.
He goes down as Mattis bests him. Hunter's just going to take this back into G2's favor. Mobs, perfect timing on the mid play, but he pulls out that Molotov, and it costs him. Palace player dead. Zway is recovering this one.
Nice snipe.
Drop down to 69 thanks to the nade, and we get G2 peeling back towards Tetris, peeling back all the way through ramp.
Well, they go up and clear from the top of stairs, and they actually see nothing. I mean, the T's are going to reroute back to A, it looks like. Hunter just going up into Palace. It could be anything. So we'll see if Zway walks directly into his death or stops this entirely. And he actually does the latter.
Huge round. Zway recovers this one on his own. And as he peels back from Palace, Mattis has got his number. Clean headshot on the angle, but you've got to climb up into Palace, grab the bomb, and come back. And Shiro on an angle like this, I don't know. I don't see him missing.
We'll see where, you know, Mattis thinks he is coming from. Let's see how prepared he is for this cross.
If he peeks into this and blows Shiro's head off. Missed shot by Shiro, thinking he was going to go up, because he does still have to go Palace. So Shiro, understandable crosshair placement. Is that smoke big enough to block the vision? Shiro's going to try to get around it.
Oh, now he knows. Shiro.
He knows he's got to come back, and when he does, he's going to jump. And that's what Shiro waits for, but he doesn't. He just peters off the edge of it, gets the bomb plant, and now 5-7 in hand. Mattis put out. Shiro, yeah, holds the heart, because a couple of missed shots in the middle of all that, and Mattis gets a lot of the progress in that 1v1.
Yeah, they weren't easy shots, but he did set himself up in 2 good positions. And if he, you know, sometimes you see a flick like that and you're like, well, if he just didn't flick, he would have hit the shot. But the cross is so narrow, he had to. This is a great round from Zway. He got that snipe up in Palace, and honestly, that made a world of difference. Taking a Hunter should have just been like the finishing blow, but he kept roaming. Well, 2 rounds at Spirit of 1, G2, it feels like put themselves in great spots to actually pick up.
Another missed window smoke.
Yeah. We'll say one of these is definitely not on purpose.
Or it's just a really convincing miss.
Yeah.
There we go. That's all you got. Oh, Hunter is...
Man.
Yeah.
He made that some kind of trick shot.
Donk's just playing 2 games at once.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, we've seen Mattis respond with aggression out from ramp. Donk from the top of stairs. He gets killed by Heavy God, who just had an angle over Palace, and 3 kills to the favor of G2.
Oh, not looking great, actually. Cohesion there was way off. Donk really kind of could take whatever fight he wanted to. Those 3 trades means surely this is a save unless some glaring error happens or something miraculous that Chopper can find. Can't imagine there's any chance of that.
Bombs planted default where Mulbs and Mattis won't be able to see it.
The smoke could just freak him out, I guess, but...
Make it weird, make it weird. Chopper taking a look at this, but you're gonna need Shiro's kit. Unless he gets one off the dead body. Now him down, Shiro's saved 100%. This is G2 answering back again, just blasting their way through that A site despite 4v5. You have no mid split with Hunter going down the way he did.
Yeah. I mean, Donk is the only one to even get a kill before the 3 trades come back instantly for G2. It's not a good look when you have, you know, Zwei swinging out into 3 people, can't pick a target. Donk has carte blanche when it comes to finding whatever fight he'd like, and
nice move from Heavy God getting that double kill. I think it's even funnier that Donk has a knife out to give the smoke a header.
yeah.
Hunter sees him and then sees a guy pull out his rifle,
Yeah.
cock it, and blast him away. Donk makes that as hard as possible for himself and still wins the fight. You know, G2 on this T side of Mirage versus Namiga in their opening game at Bounty, they eventually hit a point where they just had to very much simplify and slam themselves against bomb sites, and it almost just looked a little stubborn. This, not so much. It's been a couple days since we've seen them last, and looking even more confident in the hits. Player gets out top middle, Sunpius announcing himself. Where are you off to, Shiro? Slippery moment here for Shiro. Again, not a lot of weapons for Spirit, so him being alive was pretty critical. That op being on a bomb site in the middle of an execute or something could have still put this in Spirit's back pocket, but now?
Agreed. I mean, if he was up there to clear B, and with that much confidence, then, you know, he's leaning 90%, there's no one up there. But 2, holding it, ready for him. And now that bomb's irretrievable, or the op is irretrievable.
Heavy God just going on a Sunday stroll. Walks all the way through the A site.
Yeah, that's a pretty raw default considering the weapons they have.
Player smoked off connectors. Zwei could come up the stairs and catch Heavy God off guard. Oh, nice reaction from Heavy God, and ready for the ticket climb over as well. He is in the middle of A site, welcoming the challenge from all directions. They hit him, but he walks away with 3 kills versus those pistols. And again, once Shiro went down, the odds of that round with it.
Yeah, it's really not looking good for Spirit. It feels like a bit of a Strauss versus Navi right now, where Spirit actually just looked extremely uncomfortable, and G2 are playing very well at the same time. Some of the pain is self-inflicted for sure, but who's to say they get back on track?
It's starting to feel very real for G2.
The 2 rounds they won were in winning positions for G2.
Yes,
so
sir.
As far as I'm concerned, that's 9 straight good spots that G2 have found themselves in.
And a nice variety to the starts. Nice variety to the mid rounds.
There's some, 4v5s even, right?
Yes, sir. A 4v5 when all 4 players ended the round alive.
I think Shiro's got the opening kill twice. We had Donk get it versus Hunter that previous round.
Window actually smoked here in round 10.
It's a bad sign. Things were going so well, Connor.
Spirit will be scratching their heads like, what does this actually mean? Oof. Zontex. Quick execute of the bench play.
Man,
and Donk finds the lineup.
Window, huh?
Right? Donk uses it against him. Let's see if the 3v5 can come to fruition. Chopper trying to stay tucked. You've already got Donk in the window of market. You've already got Zontix up catwalk. There's a lot of support here for the in-game leader of Spirit. 2v5, down to the 2v3. Catwalk player sprayed down by Mattis, but he steps into the scope of Shiro. Sunpious clutch. Nah, he exposes himself, unexpecting. Zwei just walking up that catwall, already replacing his dead teammate. And so, 2 players alive for that one. Spirit take a 3rd CT round win.
Well, it's definitely the best look in mid. It's not only the first kill, but the first 2 for once. And this is what it takes to actually convert the round. Starts off with Zontix. Hunter none the wiser, having a seat on the bench. To be honest, everything after that is just going through the motion. So Spirit looking to see if they can actually close this half out on a good note. It's not too far gone. It's just a great lead right now for G2. G2 need to try to lock in at least one more while they're dizzy.
Zontix looking for that same opening duel that gave them 5v4 a round ago, but now suddenly we're cranking that dial. You got Mobs positioned up into the ladder room, dumping utility to really push Zontix back. You get these B players kerneled up. Set your eyes on A, where there is indeed the majority of the Spirit team still standing. We hit 50 seconds. There's only 1 smoke left for G2. So they're going to Molotov the window instead.
See if the body shotting will work here. He knows that someone's waiting for him. This round's ending A, however, for G2.
Got to make sure Zontix doesn't have eyes on connector. We'll see Mobs approach this when his teammates are ready to go. Mobs
has to peek.
Or that Molotov comes down to deny it. Again, getting closer. 1 smoke left. They just dropped it inside Con, but then 2 easy kills for Spirit. Donk picks one up. We start to watch this go slightly back to G2's hand. Hunter, a multi-frag round.
3 back every time on the A site.
The Chopper is going to find Hunter, which means bomb thrown into the open at 10 seconds. Heavy God clutch attempt denied. Chopper comes through with a multi-frag, doubles his kills in that round. And while Spirit's head was once spinning, it looks like they've put it back on straight and could end this with 5 CT round wins.
Yes, slow round. They've started to figure out what to do inside of middle, and this is a round that goes 5v5 for the longest time since I can remember in this game. It starts more standard, it ends more standard. Zontix has definitely been a shoulder to lean on, I think, in some of these rounds. Back to mid we go.
Smoke in front of Donk. He's going to full commit to that magazine.
Wow, 4 and
Pistol
10
versus Zontix. And it takes a little while to get it. Shiro here holding connector, takes a bullet to the head. Down goes Chopper on the other side of the map. A bit of a frantic one as both sites get tested, but Bomb has its intended target, B site under wraps, and Mobs will do no more. We're going to go 2 versus 2 for the final round of the attack. G2 on the brink of an 8-round T side, and Spirit opt to go double catwalk for the retake. Shiro's low. Zwei right by him. Scope posted to back bench, but we get both T's to the left side. Zwei starting to make this retake happen, but stomping all the while. Heavy God should have been ready, could have been ready. Didn't have the best gun. Sunpious to lock in. Time's gonna play to his favor, but he had to swing. Molly forced his hand right into the waiting Shiro. Leave it to Shiro to find impact late in this half, and at the very least, give Spirit 5.
stairs.
They're gonna pick bench. They will
Guys,
pick
chill,
bench.
guys. Stairs.
Joker,
Yes.
please. Show. Sorry.
Chill.
Default. Default that I jump.
No,
One more
guys, one
stairs.
stairs. One more stairs.
I flash stairs.
Mario, I
Mario,
flash one
fucking
more.
Mario,
I flash
Mario.
one more. I flash one more jungle, Mario.
Stairs.
Calma.
Stairs.
I'm nading. I'll move back.
All good, guys. Just stop, okay? Don't stress the communication.
Oh, Sunpai is
That's
cool.
good.
Calma. Guys, don't stress the
Guys.
communication.
Sun's out.
So,
guys.
you know what? I feel like I would just be a cooler guy if I got to hang out with Sunpai all day.
They do need that. Yeah, Sasha dropped me AVP.
Very
One of my
true, because
favorite.
that was hectic for a second, and I feel like the reality of like, oh my god, we're beating Spirit, this pick is
Yes,
working.
and you're not going to beat a team if you keep playing like
Yeah.
that. Keep thinking like that. So
Calma. I love that attitude.
also it's like, shut up. I can't even.
Yeah, right, fair, yeah. How am I supposed to focus on this scope? We'll see what G2 can do, because after that round, there was still this rebound from Spirit within that first half.
We do want to say
Yes.
the important thing to note is that Spirit wins 0 maps when Donk has a sub 1 rating.
Yep.
He's 5 and 10. He was 4 and 10 in the last half. G2 did an excellent job countering him. When all is said and done, he never got back into the game. Now he's going to be angry.
Yeah, can he after the half, you know? Counter-Strike, a tale of two halves. He's got the Sunpius frag, and it is an easy cleanup as far as the post-plant goes. Not a single casualty once bomb is planted. Dare I say it, the Spirit comeback has begun, because 3 rounds at the end of the first half, just enough. And now a pistol now. What are you thinking?
Just thinking about the one other game where Donk got supremely countered, and it was in the exact same spot when he was playing Stairs on Mirage. But I can't remember what team it was that did it, but they were throwing flashes right in his direction, taking over connector control. But everything G2 did was just sort of, I feel like, in service of that one time. And also recognizing the fact that, like, someone's on Stairs, like, there's actually a million ways to counter them. If you know their timings, it can be a nightmare. It's a miracle that Donk finds a way sort of every time.
I almost wonder if it was Gamer Legion that I've seen counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That's what it was.
Yeah,
It
PGL
was Gamer
Astana.
Legion.
It was Gamer
Yes.
Legion that kind of figured it out.
It was the Ash flashes.
Oh.
They were throwing from Palace right into Stairs. Yeah. Oh, Donk
They still
got
lost that game for the record, but it was 13-11 Spirit. You pushed them to the limit. And now Zway's going to find a double entry into the B site. Little corner camper in Mobs. Pick your poison. Just don't drink it yourself.
They also won Anubis that game? Or was that a different series?
That was Spirit beating Gamer Legion 13-11 Mirage and then 13-11 on Nuke.
Okay. Gamer Legion did that one. Remember that one Anubis game?
You know
where it
what?
was like they were not supposed to win. And
I take it back. I don't think this was the game because Donk still had a 1.6 rating on the CT side of Mirage.
Okay. But it does sound like Gamer Legion. That's for sure.
It's somebody like that. Who's like Gamer Legion? Who's like Gamer Legion?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about like coaches. Like I honestly feel like it'd be like Navi, but it wasn't at all. It wasn't Navi.
Was it Mao's one time?
It could have been Mao's. Mao's
Was it Mao's one?
Star
Cyclone, Ash.
great at countering stars is what they do.
There we go. We were wrong the first time, and this time we just won't double check.
They did 3-0 that like Boom Grand Final or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, beat him at the major.
Yep.
Left-handed gamer. Mattis.
Mao's ending the streak for Vitality and then losing in the finals is exactly what happened to NiP when their streak got ended. They got ended by like Astana Dragons, then they ended up losing the very games in the finals. It was like the one chance another team had to win an event.
Yep.
And you just did the dirty work for your other competition.
Just handed them the victory. Slay one demon just to have to face the next one.
Nice shot.
Speaking of demons, Sunpius with the scout insta headshot on Zwei, so he's not getting a multi-frag entry like he has on this B site.
Knows way, Jose.
Stop burning them all. Knows way, Jose.
It just sounds drunk.
That's a good one.
Just sounds so drunk.
I bet you Darth Mike's laughing in the green room. He loves that stuff.
Yeah, Darth Mike is ugly laughing right now.
Darth Mike loves a dad joke. Loves a sailboat.
He doesn't know if he has any kids out there. We had this conversation earlier.
What an animal. Heavy God fallback from ramp as the player is toppled towards mid. Tough place here for Heavy God. Gets a bit of damage in, finds the headshot on Donk. Donk is not allowed to have fun today. He is 6-12. I'm going to say that one more time. Donk is 6-12.
It's the Stringer Bell quote, though. You come at the king, you best not miss. If this is a game where all they do is make him more angry, but they don't actually win. First of all, it's going to ruin the stat, which is that Spirit cannot win without him. And also, you're going to have him in a very scary, dark place for map 2. G2 they need to capitalize on this opportunity.
No kit, though, so feels like it's already too far gone, and I think they've realized that. If they showed up and got one, they could follow through with momentum, but this round doesn't snowball. And so Spirit have a lead. With
this could actually be, then, the one game ever that Spirit can win without Donk having an over 1 rating.
I just want to double check, and excuse me, is it they've never won a map with a sub 1 rating or a match with a 1.0?
That I'm not sure. Not exactly sure, but I'm thinking it's maps. But
that sounds right.
It's because the Zywoo stat was that it was like 3.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
And that was incredible.
Well,
so
you know what we'll do?
Yeah.
I know Maui Snake is listening, and so is Vu, and so is Darf.
They are a desk.
They should be double checking for us right now in this moment.
I'm sure that's going to be a point of interest.
And they're going to want to save it for the desk. But if we ask for it now, they have to tell us. Is it map or match?
Yeah.
That Spirit have never won while Donk has a sub 1.0 rating.
Probably find out in 2 seconds, but let's let the desk
let's let the desk work a little, shall we?
It's online somewhere, but it's match.
It's match.
It's not map. Oh, that's a little bit less interesting, isn't it?
It is, which is why I wanted to double check, just to, you know, so we didn't blow this all out of the water.
It's match. Well, we can pivot here and say Donk rarely bottom frags.
There we go. We found a way out.
Adam, I would die on that point.
As all casters do, we've wiggled our way out of a sticky situation. Sticky, sure, but not as sticky as this situation for G2, because you've let Spirit creep into the tail end of that first half 3 rounds in a row. Now you get 3 rounds in a row to start your T side. But you've got to deal with guns and a 4v5.
Oh, he caught him.
Sway doesn't seem to give a damn. He is finding impact through apartments right now.
That is a pretty massive find. Puts him in positive territory himself. They're going to rock this back around to A, and it's so significant. I mean, they pull the really low player now and mobs to hold. They're going to be quite insecure about this side of the map. They've got that minute window smoke to block vision and threaten this underpass control. Sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't. But it's about how many resources G2 have to counter. And it doesn't look like they're totally prepared right now. Let's see if the swing comes out.
Ready for him. Insta-kill for Donk. Triple Molotov catwalk. Nobody's peeking that one, but the lineup in connector was real for a second. Heavy got in anticipation of the Palace play. Here's the footsteps moving past him. Donk was looking ready for it. Palace player comes out, second casualty. You've got Shiro into another clutch, and you don't need me to remind you what he does here. Peeks wide, misses the chance to finish off Mobs. And so we get a G2 1v1 and a chance back into Mirage.
Yeah, Mobs ran him down right there. Didn't want to waste any time whatsoever. So it looked like Zway actually saved the day with that 1 kill back over towards the B site. But it's Mobs who gets the first laugh and the last as he got the pick off at the top of mid.
This shot was gross.
Yeah.
And a nice TK from Heavy God.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I mean, he really knew that Palace player was coming. He's just dropping Donk before the swing comes wide. Peek out from connector and a double headshot. Not 1, but 2 to top middle.
Come on now.
Mobs ending the last round strong, but not as strong as he starts this one.
That's tough.
Line him up, knock him down. 3v5 here for Spirit, or their lead is back in the hands of G2.
They're so far apart. Crazy. Oh, interesting kill here. Hunter off the push. Like, this is a play you want to just ace in the hole, guarantee the round. No one's here in B. The T's can't be watching it. but suddenly it's actually become a little leverage here for Spirit, who won't call this one dead just yet. I can't imagine Chopper is like picks up this off, wins this round for him. Pius got eyes on him right now, right? Got a sliver angle.
Surely Sunpius is... Yeah.
Oh.
Glenn smokes it off at 35 seconds.
Interesting. They're gonna blow this up? Yeah.
Oh, who? Chopper?
Well, they don't blow up the connector smoke until he gets by.
All right, so still a chance to challenge Sight. You've got Mobs to support it inside of Market. Opper missed shot. Sway's coming at this bomb site from a different angle, but he has found success here in multi-frags before. Not this time, because he's got a counterpart. Mobs with a triple kill and a close right after. So G2 will not waste this impact from the Guatemalan.
Yeah, it's just wonderful from him, and it's Donk going down instantly again. Bad day gets worse. Here's that bulb peak. Oh, wow. Man. There is some intention in that spray transfer. It's nuts.
He just goes for it while falling back at the same time. You know, why not if you've got that millisecond? Great visualization of a chance to get more impact, and the fact he nails it. Glad they win the round off of it just for the sake of Mobs solidifying his impact. Now Donk's gonna try again, as he has throughout this map, to get his kills going, to get into his groove, his rhythm, Fnatic would call it. 7 and 15 is where Donk sits. That's not even mid, that's just bad. Sorry, Chopper. Couldn't have expected much from him with the Deeg, but it's limited for the rest of Spirit as well. Ramp exit with bomb spotted. Heavy God just pelted him with util. Jumping AK-47 headshots.
The kind of game Mobs is having right now. He can hit everything.
Because why not?
It's funny because he was kind of a late bloomer here as well. Didn't have the best first half.
Ooh, sees the side of him. Chopper flushed out of his position. And so they're going to go down absolutely empty-handed. Mobs is laughing his way through this challenge now. This is the opponent picked by G2 unexpectedly. They had a choice of the top 8 teams still in this event. Go straight for Spirit. Their map pick of Mirage. And even after Spirit makes enough of a half at the end of the first, and a strong start here, it is G2 back in this lead.
Saw goes, well, how can we keep Donk crying here? You know, how can we make him more angry, more stressed? How do we keep winning these duels? And I would be wondering how to continue to enable Mobs, because he's got a magnet on the end of his gun right now. It's all headshots. A great spot to kind of keep that momentum going, playing in connector. And Donk's officially smashing tables.
That's the reaction to dying in a round where all you have is a Glock.
I think it's a reaction to being 7 and 15.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Pius missed shot down through underpass. That could have been a bad start again for Spirit. Chopper's gonna get burned into the open. He'll win his duel.
Does he get away with that? Oh, yeah. He does. Like 50 damage.
He actually had a little pocket in the corner. He thought it was gonna spread, so he took the fight, but maybe good thing he did. Through caution to the wind, goes for it. Dink through the wall on Sunpius. His job not made any easier, and Mobs takes damage as he gets close to that mid windowsill. Chopper wasting no time, already through connector to the top of stairs in a second. Sight player is going to get blindsided for certain. And now Mobs brings this back, but already low health. Zontics finish off what Shiro started, and A-Sight falls under the feet of Spirit. A quick and unexpected timing, I'd say, through connector. Yeah. Chopper knew what he wanted, and Spirit capitalized, cutting that lead to just 1.
And to be honest, it's not Donk getting revenge here. It's Chopper and Spirit doing everything. Getting all the kills. He was just a late piece coming into trade. wasn't even required. So very well done here from Spirit as a team.
There
And
he is.
Donk have the last goodbye. We've seen how good Heavy God can be when he's getting, split upon as an anchor. He's so good at picking the right fight at the right time. But in this spot, there was nowhere good to look. And default, it really shrank. His position was going to get cleared from Palace, stairs, and for all he knew, a ramp at the exact same time.
I just can't help but, still hear Sun Pius. Calma, calma. Don't let them get back in our heads. You're still holding this one-round lead. You've still got a strong economy.
Yeah, well, they don't anymore, but at least they have this buy. It's actually where it could get quite nervous.
Yeesh, Hunter, wow.
Oh,
Still decides to run back through that, even though there was no real threat from top mid. Wanted to really make sure he got out of there. We're gonna get a slow 4-player mid take here from Spirit.
last round was definitely a symptom of too much map control. No kill on the way through. We saw some Pius in the same angle last time. Didn't get the shot in. And it's not always about that, but it is about finding a new fight.
They're gonna get back into connector. Malbs wants a position in here. He has no vision though.
Smoke is pretty perfect, but he's getting found out.
Zway's gonna find impact yet again.
His gun might have been sticking out, who knows?
Yeah, it's a weird one. Sitting on that corner like that.
And Mattis starting to go forward up in B. I mean, they're kind of hoping it's not going to be the B site. They're saving Mattis for later, but this full-on attack could be the golden ticket for Spirit to tie up.
Hunter versus Chopper was about to go down towards Murder Hole.
And there's a massive temptation to, you know, not overcommit to this because, again, the money is not going to be good next round.
Right, let it
But
slide.
it's totally fine if you have 4, but with upper B, you're thinking about it, right?
Hunter sticks around. Still no bomb on site. Chopper throws it for Donk to pick it up.
It's going to go down for Cat.
Nobody's going to challenge inside of the
Nice.
apartments, however. That could be the thread they pull on to unravel this post plant. You can suddenly see Spirit feeling a little more squeezed. Shiro going to molly off apartments just to make sure.
And a smoke, and they're letting time tick down. I don't know if they can
Okay.
do it now.
Nah, CT's disengaged. They're going to let this one slide. We go 10 rounds all.
At least,
G2 were thinking about it for a second.
yeah, at least they got there. It's the thing is they're balancing like the idea of the money they've got left over. They've got a great round next round if they just save for it here. So Spirit, I don't know if Heavy God's going to put himself in a position to at least just guarantee a kill, but dying is, oh, that's, I'm not sure if that's worth it, man. Oh, 2 players from Spirit die, actually.
Spirit do come in with a weird one. 5,500 on 3 players,
Donk save.
but less than 2K on the others. But yes, Donk did save. Both teams looking all right in this buy, but it's on the line. We'll say that. Last 4 rounds of regulation.
They're going to work on this constrictive A hit again. Sun Pius at the pass again with the
3
same
times.
op angle. Yes. Is it getting stale? I mean, they've been prepared for it every single time. They get him to shoot and fall back. Last time, Malbs jumped in front of it. But you're kind of running out of new reactions to try to pull off.
Feels like Malbs can jump in front of it again, but just has to make sure he's not the first one to go down.
They've done such a good job of killing Donk every round, but this might be the most important round of all to do it. He's putting a lot of subversive pressure on them right now.
Heavy God takes a position up on. Oh man,
Now
Palace.
they're pulled. Donk
Smoked.
coming forward.
Ops unprepared. Sun
Yeah.
Pius just gets blasted away by Zway, who again finds impactful entries. Just a kill here and there, but he keeps just plucking them off and sprinkling in his impact at the perfect timing. Donk slides up through connector uncontested, and this is Spirit just shoving G2 back into another save.
Yeah, Zontic's not the most impressive scoreline, but lots of impact in the rounds they win.
I feel like you can apply that to Zontix and Zwei.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, just enough to get him through it in a game where Donk is 8 and 15.
Yeah, I think Zwei in the first half was definitely part of the problem with the A-holds, but the impact is absolutely there when he's getting kills. And just like that, Spirit back in the lead.
Save isn't looking nearly as guaranteed.
Is this the first lead, actually?
Nope, second time.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
They were 8-7 as well.
Who said he can't hit a headshot?
Right?
Perfect time for Saw to get in here this last time out. Gotta say though, it just feels like the visceral habits are sort of taking over with like, where do we want to counter the action? Why is Sunpius trying to take this like pencil peek into underpass every round?
Every round.
And it's getting flashed every round. It hasn't worked even once. So what's the point of trying it over and over again? And people might think, well, what's lost? And what's lost there is an opportunity to find a pick somewhere else. You could have any other option that might have netted you something. Now is gone. Now you lose time. Now you lose space. And every time they've lost connector, it's only gotten worse.
Especially when we've had Zwei kind of constantly take these little looks at the B-bomb site, trying to just pull a player off van. What if that player was Sunpius on an op?
Absolutely.
It's the opportunity cost of setting Sunpius up for the same duel every time.
Won't even have the chance now. It's just rifles here for G2.
You know, one of the criticisms we had for G2,
This is nice.
new roster, sure, was, you know, a varied playbook.
They sent a Zontix hunt pack here up through Palace. Don't find him.
But again, right, here's that Zwei walk around the corner, and all Hunter can do with no op in this equation is just hang on to the utility and throw it in response.
Yeah, Sunpius would love to have that guy. Oh, what a pick off. It's kind of the lazy jump spot, to be honest.
Sure. Skip the steps, and now Sunpius has Mattis to hold his catwalk, so he can fixate in on the attack, and they're gonna peel Zwei out of the sky. He tries to jump in, Cap player tethering with Sunpius, who falls back slightly, hears them hitting the dirt. They're coming at him, and he is gonna hold this line at least a little longer. Shiro's got the answer. Mattis doesn't want to force himself into this fight just yet. He falls all the way back to catwalk.
Interesting. Plant's going to come down. They know this is majority cat now.
You get mobs over in the market, spotted. Zontix knows his right side's compromised. Mattis looking for this window kill. He gets a little damage in.
Shiro knows someone's scaling.
Letting him get closer. This time Shiro can't dodge it. Zontix into the 1v3. Fire to the right side. And he's doing a good job of separating the duels, but he's not going to win that second. We are tied up again.
Nice here for G2. Somehow they win that, even with just rifles, a little bit low on utility. Not a heavy stack over towards the B site, but just a good hold from the players that were there.
More Mattis impact.
Yeah, that too. The Pius and him with the kills on B. So solid.
Really holds that cat position at the perfect time to get into the action on the B site, finding Zwei mid-air like that to get his 2 kills. Mattis goes up 16 and 11. We talked about the rifle floor of G2. Well, he is making a break for the ceiling.
And now the money's right here for both teams. Well, kind of actually. Hunter's a little bit broke.
Oh, Mattis isn't fighting this pressure, but they don't think about Heavy God.
They're just going to get by this. They have B.
Zontix gets the opening kill to the B site. Double Molotov into the market. Mobs, half a magazine, gets popped by the climb up of Zwei.
Wanted to end this early. Get out there, but now it's 4v2.
Spirit just bombard the B site with a faster tempo that catches G2 off guard while they're making multiple moves out middle, and then Chopper hangs on to the ladder room to really guarantee this. For the amount of time Sunpius has been positioned to try to get an opening fight, it's really never come to the Opper on this CT side.
Yeah, they had them sort of dive the wrong ball carrier there as they ran up Cat. Chopper recognized, like, you can go 1-for-1 or even take my teammate's life, but if I'm going to get a position on Cat when my teammates are running B and B apps, it doesn't matter. Now you're just retaking.
Terrorists win.
Does not overstay his welcome, and somehow Spirit have touched 12 before G2.
They do it with Donk sitting at the bottom of the board. 8 kills, 17 deaths. Insta headshot at a Chopper. That's a better mood for Donk because at least he sees 12 at the top of the board. A little pressure off, and we talked about the economy undermining G2. Here we go. Triple MP9 to try to force overtime. Mobs opts to float out middle again. He's got a 1v1 down underpass, but Zwe slightly passive. Doesn't give him a full commitment. And both teams disengage from that fight. Sunpius with a slightly different start. Does have the op, of course.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's that, you know, A ramp is the most underserved spot, I think, from the T perspective on these attacks. But with A ramp, you have a nice kind of cave to opt from and back towards the site. But mobs will be pretty much alone if it comes in this direction. However, with Sway up here, still prodding. They're really looking for a lead in this default, I think, before they make a decision.
He's gonna get ahead of that, I think. Hunter's...
It should spread, it should spread.
Hunter's in a weird spot still. Mobs tucked into connector. You're gonna have 4 players on the other side of this. Slides out, perfect timing, clears Chopper. Donk's got the return, Shiro covers.
Must be Hunter.
B-site's gonna have to be a hell of a hold. Hunter SMG to the corner, gets 1, but that's all he's gonna be able to offer this. So 2v2, final round of regulation, and Zontix plants default. Heavy got hot on his trail. Bench player spots the Cat presence. Sunpius out from market, looks for his angle, doesn't see it just yet. Utility to picked up. This is Heavy God switching over to the op as well, and then suddenly Sunpius is desperate. They squeeze a 13th round out of regulation. Off of the back of a bottom fragging Donk, Spirit pick up their opponent's map pick.
It truly is what everybody's saying. Spirit supporting cast is just too strong.
Zone.
Yeah. So we kind of just have to see. But for what it's worth, I mean, it's a really nice thing that it says a lot of good things about G2, that they pick Spirit here. They found a way to counter Donk, which is the #1 way to win versus the team. They bring it so close in the end. And then it's also nice to see that Spirit can actually have enough going on besides Donk that they can pull out a map like that, which is an extremely rare sight. So here we are on Ancient, the bigger test, the bigger, badder test.
Regardless of result, I still have a certain new respect for G2 with the fact that they just straight up challenged Spirit today.
Yeah.
You know, they embodied the spirit of the Blast bounty. And for that, you get no points. Hunter, triple kill. No way. Just taps players out of A main like it's absolutely nothing. And that's not just any team. He taps Spirit out of A main. Few bullets in. Bunch of bodies hit the ground. Heavy God sits on top of the bomb, and now Shiro 1v4. Okay. Not only can he call the pistols, Launders, he can perform within them too.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the P250 white out. I think he's going to have to black out in the booth to be able to figure out this. He's just going to come to. Everyone's dead. He's like the color green, you know?
Yeah.
Muscled up.
Hulk mode right here in 45 seconds.
It's pretty much the only...
I mean, how's it start if he is going to win this?
Starts with CT.
Mattis confirms the position. Temple player gets closer. Oh, Sunpius going to embody Hunter in that one. Same position, same result. USP taps away.
So G2 really angry about the fact that Hunter switched to calling, and then he was known for being the caller on pistols. They played against Amiga, lost 4 pistols in a row.
What the hell?
they're looking to change that. Still kind of laughing a bit.
A little.
Donk is 0-1. That's great for history. We'll see where we go from here.
Counter-Strike is built on history, good and bad. And you could be witnessing one of those moments tonight. Not one that Donk will want you to remember. Bomb plant looking more and more unlikely, with Hunter just slamming himself down through the donut. Again, back to the USP. 2 more USP frags here for Hunter, as Spirit were waiting to get guns in the next round.
Yeah, he's chewing them up like a bowl of cereal right now.
Spitting them out like sunflower seeds.
Hunters would love sunflower seeds.
They would. He's the foraging type.
That's a big bar.
It'll even out. And then there's Mattis with 0 damage. Hasn't seen any play just yet. Donk very quickly starting to recover this one. He is exactly where you expect him to be, swinging out mid.
Yeah, that molly ended up working out exceptionally well. I'm not sure if that was paired with some rifle damage from up top, but 2 players in mid just got evaporated. I mean, our G2 are just like, well, just hoping it was paired with just an A rush through donut and they're going to split and go, but there's nothing happening on the B side. They don't want to alarm anybody about a rotation. This is a moment where I always find it impressive how the other team can figure this out. They don't know right now who's where. They got their kills in mid. They would have gone B if they knew it was open, but they still are sussing out the right positions. No pressure back, no nades, no double push down the B ramp. It's an invitation as far as they're concerned.
Second moment of utility pressure on the site and still no answer, so feeling more and more comfortable about this one being free for the taking, and they will find that they are right to do so. It's all yours, Spirit. First gun round is a first round win.
The only incentive to move here for G2 is to maybe go slowly into mid, get kills on exit, get some guns back, but because it's been such a long time and they have no info, better just try to stay alive. Well, the T's will have a look.
It's M4 FAMAS and MP9 to drop. But it's a gentleman's agreement here at the end of the third to let it go. So majority stay up for G2, but no contest out middle as Donk goes swinging out the gate as soon as he has a gun.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, I think that would be the maximum tilt for Donk because he knows on this map he's going to just be trying to get out of elbow.
Yes.
And we've seen him get countered before by teams like Mouse, and it's incredibly frustrating. Obviously, if you've ever been in that position, it's incredibly frustrating to eat the nades, miss timings on every flash, turn at the wrong moments, get pre-fired and spam through smoke. If that happens to him here, then I think that'll complete sort of the full tilt that G2 are looking for. But with a quick response, you'd think it's going to buy at least 5 more rounds of trying now.
Playing with little vision, Mattis dives out through cave. Donk is dead to Mobs. Eats the flash. Sway sitting around outside of the cave. Mobs can't multi-frag though. Donk may be dead, but yet again, the other pieces are succeeding.
Yep, 1 and 3. Sway getting more impact on this rifle. Open B site once again. Wake up, it's Groundhog Day.
Donk will need a 1.2 rating on this map to break even at 1.0 on the series. 1 and 3 won't get you there. And we're putting Donk under this microscope, but it's like, it's actually going to be a chance to finally celebrate the rest of Spirit.
I'm definitely cheering against it because I love the stat. The fact that, you
That
can
it
say
exists?
no match, no matches are won without his carry. I think that's it's pretty badass, you know, when you think about the legacy that he's got. I thought it's funny even when he was talking about Makaze as a rookie, when he's been a player for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
We were talking about Masuda like he was a rookie for 3 years. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And at a certain point, it's like, no, he's just not getting good enough for us to call him a seasoned vet. But he has been playing a long time. Donk is still so early on into it.
Yet his opinions are just worth so much. Wide swing from top ramp. Zway is going to put down Hunter. So Sunpius, 40 health, 1v3. No kit and no head.
Dude, Zway popping off.
Flick of the neck as he takes off 2 heads. We're tied up at 2 rounds each.
Matter of time, you know, before his aim gets comfortable. Starting to see it come up.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if he had come up from the Academy League, because I think that's the cool part about the Zway story is all the Spirit Academy rosters, and he didn't get that invite. He didn't get added to the team, so he said, all right, to hell with it. He called up Namiga himself and said, I want a spot. And turns heads in Austin on that roster.
Love that.
And so we know what we could get from Zway if he's able to tap back into what he did in Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, like if I was that player in the academy, I would never leave. I would wait for my chance to. I mean, in all seriousness, just because of how crazy it is out there in tier 2, and you know the qualifications for things and VR. It feels like you could be risking your whole career just by doing that, but it takes a certain amount of self-belief. When we saw Shuhei leave Mouse after getting kind of stuck and not getting promoted to go to Gamer Legion, make that run by himself, like that's what's given him opportunities. But it's like, no shame if you do decide to take a break and wait for the right chance, like Perfecto or JKS. I'm not surprised that people do it. I'm actually more surprised that more people don't. So, good on Zway for, you know, proving his way, getting to the major himself. With Namiga, of course. They were great as a team.
Yeah, Lear was able to weaponize him well.
Yeah, Lear was awesome to watch. Xanter definitely had some moments. Con, yes, we con. Don't forget about that risky peek.
Old Bobby boy. Hunter MP9 in red room. It's just the MAC-10. MP9 versus MAC-10. A battle as old as time.
Yeah, battle as old as time. But who will win, Connor? Who will win the MP9?
This is ancient history. MP9 versus MAC-10s. The Romans have these.
In a raw duel face-to-face, like it's got to be the MP9, like by a huge margin.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's still just the rate of fire. The rate of fire, the time to kill.
And it's close, so it's not even, there's no nerf at this distance, so.
Just don't jump. That's the habit we all have to break.
Yeah, that's definitely something you see too often. People running away, jumping away. Don't even bother, just run.
Donk looking for a fight here.
It's one of those uncomfortable spots to be in. They
Peek
can
from
peek you
long. Damn,
yeah.
Chopper's the guy who pays the price for that one, even with 2 other players ahead of him floating around on site.
What's happening here?
G2 come up 5v3. Here's the rebuttal from Shiro. Caught in the smoke, the gun is empty. Not ideal. Zontic's thinking about just putting the bomb down.
Oh,
wall
nice.
banged out of it. Nicely done from Malbs, and he'll close. G2 closed the round. 3 players still standing.
That was weird.
Spirit was in the site looking for fights, and G2 just felt absent until suddenly they were all there.
They might have got stuck on communication, like there was no Molly and Cave, and that's why they couldn't transpose into the full take. So they're really trying to figure out how to get by default. But you can see from Donk's spot, it's literally the moment where you're in the most jeopardy on the site. You can catch them coming around the other side of default. You can peek long, you can peek short, but all those places can peek you too. So I think he was waiting for something, and something that never came. It's become very dark in Chopper's room. This is Brokey levels of darkness.
Zontic used to be that champion for Spirit when he would sit in his totally dark glass box of an apartment while it was raining outside.
Yeah.
That was just so Zontic.
It's just, yeah. Yeah.
Now he's got window shades. They grow up so fast.
Money helps.
Ooh, Mattis again. Thinking about it, but decides to just stay in his cave. He is without a kill so far here on map 2. Whoa, dangerous. Heavy got down beneath the ramp.
Good awareness way.
Yep.
I mean,
Locks that one in. Mattis gets active, finds Chopper. Oh, but Mobs tries to get cheeky through the smoke.
a little bit too hungry.
That one's going to cost him. Mattis on the recovery again. Both casualties that G2 have faced were made good by Mattis. Now Hunter tapping a main player out of this. Bomb is outside of B.
Donk could just peek this. Uh-oh.
They need the kills.
56 seconds. That's more than enough time. I won't say... I mean, I guess I can't say more than enough, but it's a good amount of time. It's just weird the CTs don't see it, right?
They haven't. I mean, nobody's been even outside of that doorway. Ooh, Mattis kills Shiro. Donk's just coming for the duels. I think if I'm Donk, I'm just going to go for the fights. To hell with it. I'm Donk after all.
And they still technically don't know. He would go A, naturally speaking, right? So if Sun Pius is here, he's got to be able to...
He hears this.
Yeah. It's
He
just
hears it. Does he?
a matter of time. I think Donk is probably going to hard clear this, right?
Oh, Sun Pius locked in. Donk's hands were tied in that round because of bomb positioning.
Had to just hope that no one was listening. No choice but to run.
Yeah, zero inkling as to where Sun Pius was at because it was Mattis that was doing all the work this round. Plus the Hunter one tap here on Zontix. That was clean.
That was nice.
I believe that's Mattis 3 frags.
Surprised that Zway didn't respect that smoke from Mattis, though, inside of cave.
Oh, speaking of respecting smokes, Malbs getting ambitious
Yeah.
on the mid-follow.
True.
But look at the position it puts Spirit in. G2 leading 4-2. Pistols back for
Oh, be
Spirit.
very careful on this round.
Tech9 charges into the cave. Mattis hits the ground from a 3K to empty-handed here in the 7th.
It's an upgrade to an M4. There's a massive lead waiting for you, G2, if you can put this one together. I mean, really sacrifice it if not. Oh.
Kevlar on most. Donk hits the headshot. Chopper doesn't have a gun at all. Chopper, okay, there it is. Tech9 picks up. Hunter's gonna drop a smoke in front of it. They're just gonna commit, flying over top of it with the Tech9. Sun Pius is on the scene. Missed shot. Frag grenade could easily kill Chopper if it found him, but he backs up just enough. Bomb plant being covered from some distance. Sway leans back on the M4. Heavy God's got him dead to rights. 10 health, one shot would do it, and the trade frag's good. A USP headshot makes the difference.
To be honest, a round where they get a plant, 4 kills, and we're saving, this is so expensive for G2. It's definitely not a great moment for them. Surviving this is... they're supposed to make money on this round. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks to get rushed down like that in cave. It's going to happen sometimes. Whew. Instant as it can get. But yeah, this is maybe equally as important. I mean, maybe more since they're winning. Mattis first up.
Big mid-fight queued up. Here comes Zway, but Malb's already down beneath him. Turns around. A Fomus versus Zway and Donk, and he kills both.
Destroyed.
5v3 here for G2. A rock-solid CT side starting to come together.
Another good start and another good move here from Malbs. Pushing up in a cave. They can take the double swing. Maybe it looks risky, but how are they going to expect 2 people here? Should be a good situation for the CTs.
Malb's still on the Fomus. Mattis goes a little wider. Chopper's coming in on him. Mattis has got this one in the bag. Shiro shows his hand. Fomus clears him out. A triple kill Fomus round for Malbs.
So nice. All the movement. 2 first kills.
No bomb possession here for Zontix either. A 1v5 that he doesn't believe in, so he'll tuck tail and hope to save. But even the swamp's covered at the moment. Swamp Goblin and Hunter crawling his way through the mud and the sludge.
Oh, he's just a foot away. Oh.
Waiting at the perfect angle.
Oh, spotted.
Now found out. He'll hit the ground. And that's the last time he leaves that A site.
This is nice. A lot of sweat off the brow here for G2. still pick up a 6th round. They'll make some money here. They have lots of guns saved. It's what they were looking for last round. Trying to cripple Spirit here on the T side. As the opinion was ubiquitous on the desk that this is, you know, the last map. Okay, let's see what G2 can do. This map, after Spirit won, you know, this one should be easy.
Great double kill for Malbs. Had a huge reposition here as well to just guarantee Cave never falters. Not that it looked like Mattis was struggling on his own, but just a strong support system in place.
Yeah, Mattis' aim is definitely robotic sometimes. Very, very clean.
Where's he from again? Slovakia. Like Frozen.
Well.
Hunter's never gonna leave that A bomb site again.
That's a good hunt.
Pushes into A main, pays the piper.
God, that was just so prepared. Yeah, Hunter's gonna have some scar tissue on that. Who better than Malbs, though? Back to an anchoring role. A lot of versatility shown this game in all the spots that he's been playing. Looks like he won't be tested this time. Smoke comes down a touch early, still up 35 seconds as they walk in. They'll have a real shot at this. It means 2 very far players on the A site, no mid control, slow rotations. A little emphasis here on Madison and Heavy God not to mess this up.
Nades come down, but Mattis still good for his 1. Now it's going to be Heavy God's turn, but burned forward. Ooh, Sontix not able to punish that. His teammates will. Donk a double. 5 seconds, stop the plant, the round's done. And he does exactly that. Bomb hits the ground. 2 players that better survive this now as well, or else it's even more dire.
Yep.
But they'll hold. And so G2 just stopping that bomb plant to put 5 rounds between them and Spirit at the moment.
Yeah, quite scary. Very good from Sunpius to come in. Nicely played from Heavy God. Found a way to delay, get a kill, be very pesky. Chopper looking more and more like the God of War every time we go back to his camera.
This started 5v4, don't forget that. Sliver's all you need.
It's not a 1.2 rating, Connor.
Not yet.
But they also have to win.
Of course.
That's the other part of it.
Yes, sir. Or else we go to a 3rd. Right now, Zwei finds an entry on the B site. Heavy God happy to just try to hold the ground. And it's a low Zwei at this point, but they don't actually get the punish back on Heavy God, and the support is inbound. Mattis taking a swing at sight before Spirit sink in, and Hunter doing the exact same catch as Zwei on the back of the corner. So it's a disengage from Spirit. They lose man advantage. They also lose the sight.
Leaving the site is incredible. I mean, it's actually might play out, but leaving a fully committed site is so rare. You see that G2 are actually super concerned now that there's a lurk, and it's not really a lurk, but Shiro's gotten so far through the A site the normal way. They're right. They have to be quite careful. I mean, I think Sontix is in a spot where he wins or loses this round, because he can either catch rotations or come mid.
Bomb has been planted.
No one is going to come cave side. So it's set up for him to be sort of LMS inside of Donut. No one's going to come mid, but there's also so much info for his teammates who are holding here.
Close corners cleared. The momentum of the retake now inbound. Zontix comes to add himself to the site. Insta kills from Heavy God and Mattis. Zontix leans back to Donut, misses his chance to kill Hunter.
Nicely done.
And just enough time to get on that bomb. And all things considered, even though they scramble that back for a late retake on A, it's still majority alive. On top of that, 8-2 lead now for G2. Looking for double digits on the defense.
Looks great. I mean, I really appreciate the composure from G2. How slow they moved here, just to be careful. They had lots of time to work with. They see how quick the pace is once they start the retake. Everything lands in place, guns are out, everyone's ready to trade. Nothing bad about it.
Low utility here for Spirit in the 11th. Right towards middle goes Donk. CT bails out. Positions inside of Donut. Donk gets his space with no challenge.
This Swift conversion, it looks like, into a B play.
Mattis jiggling here. Arm's been spotted.
Didn't see that.
Yep, so Donk gets dangerously close, tries to chase him down. Mattis holds his own inside of the cave. No trade immediately. Zue still comes forward, met by smoke now, and that's going to leave one player on the other side of ramp. Zontix falls back. You've got the bomb here inside cave. They're going for the boost, and Hunter's reading this exact move. He doesn't end up getting vision, but he is indeed ready.
Nice.
And he just decides to pull the trigger on it. On the brink of a 9th CT round win.
That's prep,
4v3
man.
to close.
Knew exactly what they were going to do in that reaction. G2 looking one step ahead. Hunter comes forward in this spot. Up 4v3. Looking to make it even worse.
Bombs down. Should be easy from here on out. Should be. Zontix on the recovery. He's the player that bailed them out on Mirage.
I mean, that might be a little bit too much from Hunter, depending if they go back to B. Heavy God's still back here. I mean, still a great spot, but you never know with Spirit. Got to be careful all the way through.
Out of 20 seconds. It's bomb here on Zontix for the ramp play. Chopper's got to clear out all those cave corners again. Now they're both ready to hit this site. Zontix is going to give him the bomb so that he can try to give the cover. Does it get stopped again, though? It's happened already, and it'll happen a second time. Done round. Zontix now needs to die before time expires. And, oh, that's close.
I think it's after. Looked like 0 to me, but maybe.
After time.
Yeah.
Money bottomed out for Zontix. Double digits suddenly feeling very real. What a read from Hunter on a half where he is dominating at this point.
Yeah, we had a lot of examples of why this is a good half from G2, but none have really been emblematic of how dominant the overall scoreline has been than this one. Even that push from Hunter, the confidence from it, the read on the boost. They gave up mid on this play. It didn't even matter. I gotta say the B player's been doing so well. I mean, B and A, to be honest.
So it's a MAC-10 charge up the ramp, but it gets interrupted with the double frag grenades. You see how it takes the steam out of the other two. And so the front runner comes through, low health. Donk on the recovery. Mattis on the aggression. Surprised Chopper didn't think that threat was so real. Donk in sight, trying to open the door for that bomb to move up with him. He's gonna go for the long control and eats a flash. The team play coming together here. Nothing has been easy for Spirit inside of this site from start to finish. You've had bomb plants denied. You've had man advantages crumbled. And now a 2 versus 4 is going to have nothing to stand on. MAC-10 here for Zontix, catches Mattis off guard, sure, but that's it. 10 rounds from G2. They are definitely prepped for this upset.
17 seconds left, so this is going to be just an all-out stomp to the bomb side. No slowing it down. They just have to rush him in, get the kill instantly, and get the bomb planted. Frozen is dropped, and that's the bomb on the ground. Oh my God! It's Brolin with an insane transfer. He keeps it going. It's a quad kill. He saved his team.
Advice. I don't know, the bell is ringing. Might be the train bell, but certainly ringing for Astralis right here. 1 versus 4, and he's gonna get a headshot. Follow. Oh, what? No way! He actually makes it work. That has to be just pure out, just divine intervention. Shut up. I can't. I've never seen anything like that ever before.
If they're going to get a fifth in this first 15, this could be the round he offers it. At the helm of that monster hit, Apex comes around the corner, back of Electronic turned. A double-man advantage that feels like surely Vitality have already got enough. But what about that flash from SDY? How about this hold from Perfecto? Incendiary to the right. Sumdai Young turns his attention. Oh! All three! Sumdai Young and Sumdai again and again and again. 11-4, 11 rounds straight, and a dominant overpass CT side.
Yeah, you see definitely a big gap providing itself. They're going to come through this.
They're on their way. Setups here. Good flashes. Rops, he is supposed to be the way in, but he's escorted out off the premises. Shush! This is his site. And he continues to lay down more and more from Shush. Oh, 5 from the Dane.
Sometimes these work.
See if they eat the flashes or not. They do.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Zylo's blind
as well.
Oh, Rain the double deagle. You're not gonna. Oh! When it rains, it pours. And then Rain adds in that extra secret spice. Gives you a round like this. A fourth. Everybody falls at the hands of Rain.
What to play late city?
Yes, I can.
Ready?
I'm ready? Yeah.
I will look at the box.
Don't see sign. Don't see donut. Side one. That.
Wait, I will smoke the bomb.
Donut, guys.
Smoking the
Right,
bomb.
Nice.
Defuse.
You telling me that's the same team that back on Mirage, they had to be calmed down by Sunpius? What a stark contrast between Mirage when, you know, you're right out of the gate swinging in your first map. I suppose the score at this point is so lopsided that that's definitely going to give you a little aura of confidence. But at the end of that half, man, 10-2. And in this halftime, Mohan, while we were off the microphone, off the air, you said you actually believed that this comeback could happen.
Yeah. It's, you know, might look like a bit of a fairy tale story, but this is one of the more CT-sided maps. A lot of it will have to do with the pistol, but the pistol mixed with the favorite team, mixed with the map pick of Spirit, it could be a few months of everybody looking extremely good on CT's side. So I think Spirit know that. I think G2 know that. They did well to pull off that first CT-sided pistol themselves. Let's see if they can pair it with another.
Struggled in their pistols versus Nemiga at the start of Bounty. Trying to tap back into Hunter's specialty. And, I mean, Hunter is looking special. 16 kills in that first half of play. They want a lot of space here. They want to go interrupt the utility. Eesh, Chopper stuck in the door frame. I mean, no cave control. Zway and Zontix back on the lane. Chopper is locked in here versus the util player.
They don't think he would come back up, actually. Okay.
He starts to chip away at the health as
got the flank.
Zway goes ahead, moves in deep. Hunter's just going to go right back into the kill feed. And that flank is denied. Zontix on 1 point of health. Has 2 headshots already. Gunning for a Sunpius, who's only died once this entire map so far. Zontix gets up close, Sunpius swings, and G2 starting to put the final nails in this coffin with an 11th round on the pistol.
Yeah, 2 pistols with that great CT side. Now they are in a prime position, absolutely. Plant coming down there. Donk talking a lot on this round.
What a clutch that would have been from Zontix.
Yeah, that would have been
1v3, 1 health.
1 health would have been very special.
Beautiful couple of taps out of him. We'll see if the force buy.
Ooh, they're boosted up for this on this run.
Can they upend it? Heavy got dead. Oh, MP9's forced into it. Sunpius on the wide swing falls to the second, and so Hunter and Mattis both shave down low.
No.
G2 think they can skip steps and instead step on the landmine that is SMGs on A.
They got finessed so hard right there. The boost, the quick boost versus the rush. G2 are like, we'll just win this one. We'll just win this one. So quick. We're just get out there.
Oh, come on, we can do it.
No default, no getting scouted, no mid control. Don't worry, no flanks coming in. We're just going to win
No
this one.
nades, no nothing.
Yeah.
WWWWW. How about L?
Called out really hard here by Spirit. Still, they got their 11th.
Uh-huh,
They are so close now to the finish line.
But it makes the comeback for Spirit all the more delicious. Lose the pistol, win the force.
I have a feeling Senpai is going to have to say calm one more time in this game. They're this close. Take a look at all these score lines, see which ones you're impressed by. Note, see who's going to make a bounce back.
I'm impressed by Donk's 8 and 13, but it's because I don't see it very often. You know?
Hunter's got a little utility. They've kept it 5 up. Oh, his life matters so much right here. Oh.
So he never reloaded.
He's going to be really supporting from the perimeter, yeah.
He didn't reload.
True.
That ump magazine's not the biggest. He's got 12 bullets in an ump. Gets insta-dinked, doesn't even fire another bullet, and then Hunter hits Chopper on the ramp. Was this a key for Spirit to get back into the game, or for G2 to just embarrass Spirit that much more? Their own force puts them into the post plant. We've got kits and we've got real rifles here for Spirit, plus a Donk AK. He gets hit by mobs! The double deagle out of cave, no way. Zontix, he bailed him out on Mirage, and he's gonna have to do it again, but not in the face of the Guatemalan Mauler.
Ding dong.
Triple D kill from cave to the retake. 9 map points.
Man.
Ding dong. Nasty shots. Somebody throw in the towel. Down to just a smoke and an incendiary at a minute 35. They go for the mid control, no opening kills. And in such a tough spot, you've just got to start to...
How many kills did Donk have last map in total?
9.
Wow, 17 and 2. That's impressive for some.
He'll be 17 and 33 if this is the round they lose and he dies without a kill again. 17 and 33 in a series does not sound like Donk. Chopper in front of it though. Not alone. Him and Shiro stuck in the corner. Terrorists approach with more utility. Chopper gets stuck into the corner.
What? They don't clear it.
That's crazy. Thought they both fell back. I guess they didn't hear both, and so when Shiro runs away, he's thinking it's fully clear. Make a mistake and you'll pay the price. He does.
It's kind of like respect your own volley, though, isn't it?
Man advantage well used here, and then up close is Donk. Sampaya's gonna get caught off guard. The Force Wars in full effect. We're gonna go back and forth a little longer.
A little awkward there for Mattis. I mean, half the job is done. You get the molly in place.
Just clear it.
Just clear it. Just clear it.
You got 2 options, clear it or don't.
Yeah.
Clear
There
it.
is a right answer, yeah. Did he just run over a gun that was empty? Is that what happened? Was it M4?
Surely they robbed that from the last round.
But he was acting surprised, super surprised.
Well, it's because it's the run back from Shiro, man. They tricked him. They tricked him, Launders. Shiro ran away. He thought it was Chopper. Chopper never moved. Scared you. Put him in the body bags. That's 4 consecutive, non-consecutive round wins. Makes sense of that.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Wow,
where's
that's
that?
skipping.
4?
Yeah, that's in the rough.
We can't turn this commentary into golf. That's the new meta.
Here
Sway
comes
in the
Bulbs
corner.
again.
Come on, Bulbs has an AK. He's down for now. Gun will be picked up as the pistols push past. There's no way we get 5 of these force buys.
Oh, careful with your life here.
Right? Surely not. Donk's on the scene. Slides up, bombs down. That AK never got picked back up off Mulbs, and so Spirit do recover. Only 7 more rounds to go.
7 rounds back in the day wasn't even a huge comeback.
Sure. But in this economy,
7 rounds is just difficult. Astralis did 7 rounds and they won Atlanta. I could do that standing on my head.
hey Mo, you hear what I said? I says, I could do that standing on my head. Donk stands his ground. Zontic's a double nade kill. That's fun. Fragmentation. Blows open the mid-play. 3 consecutive rounds now for Spirit with this freebie. No bomb plants in the middle of all that either. So back to the drawing board, G2.
Based on what we've seen from Mulbs, he can win a round by himself. T side, CT side. Those deagle kills he got here in the second half, those openers, or denials of entries that he had inside of mid. So solid.
Mid control again for
Quick
Spirit.
lead his way.
I mean, G2 do this.
Oh, wow. Incredible ray transfer.
That's what Grim was looking for. The AUG looks good in the hands of Zway. Mulbs hears that cave move. Heavy Gods left alone, and the bomb got dropped on the attempt to cross over. But if Mulbs can attack cave from the back end, that peels the support away from the players on the back lane.
Yeah. Donk's got his...
But still, somebody's got to grab that bomb. Heavy God trying to stay off the line from the spam. Mulbs has to be very cautious, and Heavy God sees the barrel, hits the headshot. That's Donk dead. Chopper and Shiro in a clutch with a kit. The Chopper's got to come all the way back now, spamming the plant. He'll stop it.
Wow.
A taste of their own medicine. Luckily, though, it is Mulbs, who was low already. And Heavy God still has this smoke temporarily. He also has 50 seconds to play if he wants to burrow into the back of their minds. Play the guessing game.
He can go to A, but he can't beat them there. If they really... It might take him a second to realize that he would have tried it, but Chopper is starting to get the message. Here he's worried about a mid lurk. There's still lots of time left over, so let's see how Heavy God plays it. Spotted.
Jumps over it.
See if we can get back unnoticed.
Is it Temple or is it Big Box? And they're just going to come at this from CT. Moving it forward. I mean, they've got the nades to flush him out if they want to. They've also got a smoke for the bomb. Confirms him. And the swing out from the pistol is going to get this over the line.
It's a nice call out at Molly instead.
Make that 4 straight for Team Spirit.
Yeah. Good try, but even better here for Spirit. But it is a little bit like Mirage winning rounds. Donk's kind of just getting countered. But he's really not getting countered on a macro level here in the second half. It's like he's getting outdone by Mulbs. He's getting outdone by little individual plays. Here, Heavy God taking him out because he chose his gun. I feel like Mattis looks upset no matter which round it is.
He's kind of lost his mojo on this map. This is one of those times where we're starting to see him actually make a couple mistakes, as per running into Chopper.
True.
Obviously, he holds himself to the highest standard. up on his position. Oop,
Becomes dangerous for Shiro. They can wide him, but gets out.
Whoop.
Oh!
Ooh.
That would have been a great time to release the nade. But it's all a ruse. Just showing face over here on Cave.
It's going to be a chopper donk A-hold in a moment. Oh, here's the movement outside main. Nicely done for Spirit. Stop one half of this attack. The bomb is now in possession.
Just that kind of day for Donk, man. No way.
He's not used to being on the receiving end of stuff like this.
That's crazy.
Og from Red Room. Getting away from Zway on this one. Mattis picking up a pistol kill as well.
Oh.
That's an Og for him to take.
Oh, it's a little less funny now, isn't it? This upgrade is something.
Surely not.
Bomb's in such a great spot for the CT side, though.
I mean, Hunter's been playing phenomenally.
Can't believe Donk just died like that.
Og goes down. Zontix can now turn back. Utility's going to confirm it, and he's caught on the jump egg.
There's nothing random about that. He aimed for somebody jumping up behind the smoke to be waiting in that exact position. That was 99% game sense, 1% luck by mobs.
I want to see Donk's reaction.
Literally.
I can see him just squirming in his chair already.
It's already hit a table here. G2 have been successful in that way.
But what they haven't been successful in is closing this game. This is 5 rounds in a row from Spirit, from 12-3 to 12-8.
Flying through these timeouts. So I won't be able to help out for the rest of this soon.
Is there no Hallie in the server today? I feel like we haven't seen him at all.
But yeah, true. Same.
Yep. Rinse and repeat.
Same spot, which is definitely a little bit like, whoa, is this going to work again?
No way.
But yeah, they aren't clearing it.
Again. 2 players go past. Good trade. Oof, and Donk only gets the 1, but Zontix keeps that edge in the hands of Spirit. It's still, I think, all things considered, not the worst position. Put the bomb down and try to close this, because the 2 players left have been playing exceptionally well. Mobs is feeling it with that deagle shot off the last round, and Hunter is your top fragger. That is crazy. Peeks into Temple, just gives his life away, and puts his in-game leader into a 1v3. Hunter could do this. First one's free. Seconds there for the taking, and it's a low-health Zontix. 6th times the charm, perhaps, to close it. And that fire's not going to spread. On top of the bomb and denied. That is what it takes. You can take one Kovac out of G2, but the second still standing strong, and Spirit fumbled their map pick.
Sometimes when that map point is eluding you, you just gotta go out and hunt it.
When it comes to Donk.
Yeah, it's always true is a thing.
Never been done, but I mean, he just keeps racking up the accolades.
So 1.1 KPR on Dust 2 this year. That's like, holy moly, man. I don't even know what to say about that. So yeah, he's got quite the reputation to uphold, even on this map, even if he's not having a great day. And it's like any small deviation from this is going to drag his stats down a lot, right? So yeah, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, Donk. Maybe it's impossible on a map like Dust 2. Maybe it's just impossible.
Time to find out. Right now, it's all of Spirit out long.
Like, to keep this, 1.71 was the single record for an event. It was, Nico set it at New York, and then Donk matched it at Katowice, a 3-week-long tournament from the play-in.
He was jumping.
1.71. That's an all-time event record.
Yeah.
He has a 1.68 on Dust 2 over this year.
Average.
Year.
It must be fun being Donk.
Why does he look like he'd have more fun then? Oh, all right.
Through the smoke, insta USP grab. Little labored here for Sun Pius. 5v3 post plant for Spirit bodes well for the records. The stats lapping this start up, but now Donk's dead. Heavy God scours the field. Nobody really gives him anything to shoot at, so they're going to call this off. G2 give it up. Pistol round to Spirit on the T side.
Won't even test this. Couple of entries and it's over.
For the record as well, Donk is 0.84 on the series.
Okay.
But now, this is the third map, so it's not going to be as easy to draw that out into a 1.0. And again, Spirit still have to win. To have a sub-1 rating on a match and Spirit win so far has been impossible. Look at that shot. On Malbs while jumping.
Yeah, and also the reason that like it's never happened to Donk and Spirit, but it has happened to like Zywoo and Vitality, is by the design of the team.
Yes.
That they set up, they use a lot of resources to set up the chance for Donk to be able to frag. It makes perfect sense. It's again, by design, but doesn't make it any less impressive. This force up will have eyes on mid. Well, behind the smoke is Sunpius, but you definitely can find some chances. And Sunpius chooses the correct lean. Oh, crazy eagle shot in for Malbs off the first peak.
Not the second either. Hits the ground with nothing to show for it. Donk burns slightly on the cat approach, looking to put pressure on sight. 5-7 down, and Scout is getting its damage in. Kavlon player held back, but Sunpius just felt so squeezed in that situation, understandably. Low health on 3, nade finds 1. Time to shine, Mattis. Oh, but Zontix comes in the second that he was looking away from that smoke, just trying to take a quick glance back towards the long corner, and that's when Zontix strikes.
Can't watch everything, I suppose, but still good round here for Spirit. Very standard in their default, quick to make the decision to split A. There's a lot of players waiting for them, but with long control, with this sort of cat turn taken over, it just felt like a matter of time. That's okay. Don't want to get too upset about that.
Mr. Mario.
Mr. Mattis. Did we get an update on the mousepad, by the way, back at Cologne?
He got a new one.
He got a new one.
He's got a new mousepad. He is no longer using that shriveled up...
The treasure map.
Yeah, that's... Okay, that's it. Yep, that's a good take. The ancient scroll of a mousepad.
Yeah, the papyrus scroll.
No, he's got the fresh G2 setup.
That thing looked like a damn wet piece of wet cardboard.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. But hey, if it got him to the pro level, then you'll hang on to it.
And he kept his mojo with the new pad.
Yes, sir.
And you gotta respect, you know,
everybody.
the lack of waste.
Oh, yes, of course.
Keeping something for that long.
Hey, you know what?
Making it work.
In a world full of fast fashion and technology built to break, Mattis was a beacon for all of us.
Yeah. Even if there was probably something psychological attached to it.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, dude. You don't keep that ratty looking mouse pad that long unless you probably love it.
That thing was done.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 years ago.
It was definitely, there's probably a few shots I got missed because of it.
Like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't allowed to throw that in the garbage. He probably had to bring it to a special drop-off site where they incinerate chemical waste.
Yeah, they had to put it in a biodegradable bag for sure.
Ooh.
Oh.
Back to the action, though, off the tech pause, and it's an instant kill for Donk on long. got Deagles out here on the field. Mulbs has given us a few nasty deeks today. Looking for one here in the round 3. The 3rd round.
Connor say.
Shiro likes that. Kill up the catwalk, ready to go. Forces Heavy God to take up position in sight instead.
Using a Galil from this distance is just so inefficient. Donk goes down all the way from long plat. They're still dishing it out on him, man. He's getting some kills, but he's never letting him multi. Or they're never letting him multi. Snail's pace now at 53 seconds. The flank's coming in from upper tunnels, but the shoulder spot only helps Chopper out.
Whoa. Is that jumping Mach 10 accuracy? Not nerfed. And Heavy God getting squeezed. Slowly but surely, they'll make their way closer to the A site. 4 up for Spirit. And they've got to come to this 3rd map with a certain level of respect after what G2 have done to them tonight. So they take their sweet time, minimize any losses.
That preempt has to be absolutely perfect. You don't get a chance to punish those nades getting thrown. We saw what happened to Fallen back at Cologne as well with that peak.
Ooh, wall bang.
No, actually that was Kyosuke. Got it mixed up. 2 peas in a pod.
Kyo.
Okay. Kyosuke. Son. Speaking of Kyosuke, where you at, Asu?
He's working on just Scrimtings.
Yeah, you have to pin the Scrimtings again.
Up on the ramp, waiting for the arrival, but again, G2 not really throwing anything at Spirit to interrupt them. Not in the first half of this round. We're down to a minute. You know, like not even that set of prying eyes on the mid corner. You don't want to give up an opening kill if you're G2. It feels like
coming.
A little scared for the situation, but Mulbs makes his move and Mattis locks down middle. Oh. Shiro's answers one thing, but the up on the other side looks even better.
Sun's out, baby.
Triple kill Sunpius off the ramp. I mean, he was waiting some time for them to get going, and Mulbs just sort of flushed him forward, right? Spirit go running into the site thinking they could strong arm through. Sunpius has other ideas. We've got G2 with a round win, 4 rounds into play.
Nice little clip. 3 good flicks right there. Yeah, they did let that happen. It's a pretty early timing to go for that that flank, but it's not often you see Spirit get caught off guard that quickly.
Ooh,
that
collateral.
was a and he didn't take any molly damage.
Sunpius survives because of Mulbs.
Donk hurt more.
Gonna convert this one, and again, given Cat space, doesn't look like Mulb's gonna attack the flank this time around. And it doesn't look like Spirit are gonna go up Cat in the end. Walking out middle. Smokes on both sides. Mattis tries to get along the wall, covered here by Heavy God. Just tucked in, and it's Heavy God to cover. They know about him though, and they'll pick up both those frags. So B-side clear for the taking. Spam through smoke, it fades, but he's not able to get enough of that. And so bomb down here. Chopper plants. Shiro keeps eyes on the flank. And in doing so, looks like Spirit right back to winning ways.
Yeah, Shiro looking to full punish here as well. Outside the site, up in hand. Sunpius watching the smoke. Ooh, just barely gets out of vision. That'll help him keep hold of that op. Imagine.
Just Shiro things.
Nice round back. I mean, if they knew it was on the other side of the smoke, I think they would have run the same play again because it's just two guys that are out of cover. If there was a split coming in, that might have been a better situation where Spirit aren't as strong on the mid B, and G2 could shut this down and then they could turn around together, but they had so many angles covered, all walking outside.
Puta madre, instead of 2-0 now and drinking Heineken, I need to win 1-1.
What did he say?
I don't know.
Instead of 2-0, now I need to warm up? Is that what...
I heard Heineken in there.
Oh, that never hurts. Let's go win so I can go drink beer. Well, it's going to take them a little longer than Spirit if things keep going at this pace, but...
That just sounded like a bunch of rich guys laughing on a golf course. Good one, Jeff.
How's the stock market today? Maybe I'll buy some stocks with my credit card. That was a real laugh, folks.
Do you have anything that's gluten-free?
Oh, nice move.
DP
Thought he was going to get scared and walk back. No, he went wider.
I prefer seeing G2 make moves like this. Active movements, right? Mobs in the round 2 rounds ago, attacking on the flank. This time, Heavy God gets in on it, and the fact he recovers that one.
Heavy God
should have had him dead to rights. Last 2 players here for Spirit trickle out from tunnels. Hunter just trying to sprint over. Heavy God's going to go down with nothing more, but a player cut off on car, dropping nades. Hunter in the flames. Puts that frag on Zontix's feet, and Chopper's allowed to plant. It's a little bit slow to the draw here. Mattis on the tunnel flank.
They have them dead, you know, Zontix.
Another flash for Sunpius. Not even needed. Mattis and Hunter pick up 1 apiece, and it's 2 alive for G2 as they find a second round.
What more is there to say than a Heavy Goud right there? Upper tunnels push. Was not scared of Shiro. Didn't run away from that. Probably would have died if he tried to. Went wide. Made the decision fast as well. You know, that's a moment where if he goes behind the pillar, just synthesizes for like half a second, then swings wide. He's dead to Shiro. Shiro changes his mind, but full conviction. That's when you know you're in the flow state. Yeah, that's a great move, man. This one too. This one's a little crazy, but
a little bit.
Yeah,
but
he had to aim to back it up. Oh,
yeah. But that's what a little crazy does, you know?
This is actually a problem. So like Donk stats over the year and everything on Dust 2, but like the last time we watched Spirit play, Dust 2, anchoring, Sway was not comfortable, Zontix was not comfortable. Haven't had to cross that bridge yet. Still here on the T side, but doesn't help to get tilted before that even takes place. That was a tilting way to die, though.
100%.
I'll say that.
And you know Heavy God knows it.
Yep. Kill them all. You're going to need a limousine hearse.
Yeah. Careful. Dangerous game. Pops open the smoke and sees nothing as Zontix gets closer in middle. This is all the money that Spirit have on the line. Mac 10 for Zontix. He is just gunning this up catwalk. And well timed. Hunter throwing utility, just didn't see that coming. And I understand why. Zontix just wild in this round. Takes a lot of the attention of the other A players. They do get him dead, but this climb up middle gets caught.
Did he do any damage? Yeah, 50.
Chopper, not enough. Donk to the top of the A site, deep into the CT spawn. Player close smoke, looks to get active on that ramp. Gonna find players unprepared or not. Shiro trying to save this, but he's lost Donk in the process. Long flank comes around the corner, gets denied, and so the clutch is real.
Down to 60, but eyes wide open, looking at 2 different positions. There's the long wrap around here from Mattis. Bomb gets planted. He can push towards Cat if he wants to.
Shiro figuring this one out. Has to keep eyes on the smoke, but is starting to not believe it.
This timing from Mattis is everything.
Now, once he knows about Mattis, he knows that the other player's down beneath. He's got the info. He's got another kill. Sunpius on a silver platter off the op. And it's a pistol out for Sunpius. It's a game of dodgeball and a USP headshot comes through.
Oh, he chose to switch to the Glock. He chose to switch to the Glock. He would have been impossible to shoot with an op if he wanted to, but took that risk. Sunpius decided to meet him on those terms. Mano y mano. Pistols out. Such a key round here for G2. Even though it comes close, lots of damage. This game, whole series really gets ugly without this win.
What a tap from Sunpius. One round game. Spirit, I said money bottomed out, but that bomb plant gives them enough to try to come through with a scout Galil. And a tag through the door is good. I mean, Shiro tapping into his potential, 11-3 on the start. It's just a question of where's Donk?
Yeah.
His unbelievable Dust 2 average is about to take a hard hit if he can't get his game online tonight.
Oh yeah, major jeopardy. Oh. Shot missed. Vision lost on mid. Invitation up cat for the T side.
Hunter's gonna be a bit timid because he's been caught throwing utility. Doesn't want it to happen again.
This is something Nico is so good at. Timing these HEs, getting lots of damage out. Hunter, admirable job here. 40 on that one.
Donk chucking smokes out.
Won't have a reload, it looks like.
Saw Sunpius with that stellar 3K in this exact position, but now losing that angle has to really let them out. Hunter can sit down in CT spawn, but Malb's dying.
Long push.
Makes it a little awkward. Opera's still just gonna stay locked in for now. And the fact Hunter gets one down towards spawn helps. Op on Shiro's back. Oh, he hit him. Excuse me, it's the scout, of course. Shiro's still out there. Sunpius, the bigger and better gun. He gets popped by Shiro in the end. A headshot much needed. Zontic's down to a quarter health, dies to the jumping M4, and we are tied, folks.
And to be honest, I'm wondering why Chopper just ran a marathon just to come back up cat to die first on that run. Why didn't he just put pressure on Long in a spot where he took Malbs out pushing? Once he takes Malbs out pushing, there's no one there to trade it. I mean, it's pretty clear that G2, they aren't leaving people behind to watch that. They could have put a lot more pressure on this site position from Long if they had it, and maybe reinforce cat a different way. But either way, it's not a full buy coming in for Spirit. G2 tie up off this round. You're kind of sitting here waiting, thinking, okay, Donk, I mean, 3 bad maps in a row is complete. It's just, I don't know when that's ever happened. Got to look that one up, too. First time in 8 months his team has won without him having an above 1.0 scoreline, and still on the 3rd map, he's struggling.
Two Deagles to try to crack open sight. Sunpius hasn't been seen on this B site until now. The missed shot will let them get closer, but Heavy God ready to pick up slack. It's looking like it's all good. Donk, double, triple Deag!
From the depths!
30 seconds left to pull this off. A miraculous round if Donk can finally do it. He has been absent for 3 maps, and Malbs hits him with the headshot to put him right back on ice. Wow. But that's what we've been waiting for. That's how sudden he could rebound his performance.
I mean, aim is great. 0 RWS off that. Still, it's not impactful. It takes some money down, I guess, at the very least, but I don't think he's going to impress himself with cosmetic moments. Might just be a moment of hope that the farm is recoverable, but holy wow.
And you're allowed to laugh it off because you are leading 5-4. It chips away at a bit of the money, but that's all right. G2, they've been in much worse positions.
He was very close to getting that kill and pushing out of the site. Wow.
Once he picked that op up, his low health didn't feel like it would matter too much, but pinched by the last two with the tunnel push. Sunpius has decided to truly come alive here in map 3. Heavy God looking to be the highest rated player on the series. Plenty of action left. Donk makes sound. It's going to keep Mattis on his toes, tucked into the doorway. Interesting.
Man, they're killing this mulch push a lot. Here it's reinforced at least.
Yeah, good they get that back for G2's sake. Heavy God and Mattis still playing doorway. We've seen Spirit go for those mid to Bs, and this time G2 that much closer to the potential route. The thing is, it's going to be Catwalk, which means it's going to have to be Sunpius. Hasn't been going down easily. And so he looks to hold on to it. Chopper, does he clear the door? Shadow advantage. This is huge for Hunter.
Oh, he baited it.
He jumps the gun. A little bit awkward. Goes back at it with the second rifle. Luckily, he's got it. Sunpius goes down with nothing. And Mattis gets clipped, but you've got the Heavy God cat flank in a second. Snipers trained in on this. Shiro is finding his targets, and so Spirit are finding their round wins.
Yeah, just a touch more impact. It's actually a good job of keeping Hunter preoccupied, even though he ends up getting the kill. And they wipe the board clean here of G2 players. Still some money, lots of money to make a good buy happen. To follow up, gotta say, I mean, Mob's coming in supported here, but it's happening a lot where there's just one guy holding and they're catching this long push, so. I think it paid off once where they got the flank in. At a certain point, you can't just lose your anchor that often. Pause up for G2. And hopefully this game ends just as a close game where everybody's playing a bit better. Oh, thought they had more money than that. Mattis is on a deagle. Heavy God on a 5-7.
One flash left on Mobs. 3-player pack up on that Catwalk. Spent a lot of presence for Spirit on Catwalk, and now G2 try to sign up for a fight on it. Sunpius misses his chance, but he's got the cover of his teammates. That's a lot of bodies confirmed.
They're just gonna go B.
Mattis looks to get into it. The tunnel players haven't pushed yet. They want this execute over top. Utility starts to land. Smoke to pop in the doorway before the pistols can challenge. And they don't have the nades to open that up, so G2 have to play on Spirit's terms.
They can't really risk the op on the retake. Mobs has an AK. Maybe they can just try something cheeky.
Thinking about maybe the flank.
Ah, boost up. Interesting.
Try to find an angle.
Got vision.
It works. That's Shiro down. You take Shiro out of a clutch. You've got Donk and Zontic still to deal with. Window being held here by Donk. Jump in through. He tracks that. They trade him. And Zontic's down beneath. He's gone unnoticed for now. They don't seem to be considering this spot. Zontic's right back into the cubby. He will close this
Perfect
and keep Spirit in the lead.
And perfect composure from Zontix. They have to, with conviction, clear that. Running out to the left, looking down. He knows he has a second. If they kill him, whatever. He's got to win on 1-on-2, and he separates those fights nicely. When their guard is down, very good try here with the boost. That's something that you want to see in a round where you're coming in no armor. You just picked up a gun. You had no expectations. They nearly made that a winning situation. And now, oh, they spend everything. I mean,
again.
Of course they're going to have to save twice, but...
Last round of the half.
Oh, last round of the half. Man, they got no rifles. Sparse on the utility. A few bits on everybody.
Spirit slotting in at the tail end of the T side.
You don't really like to see a standard default in this situation. There's that long push again. They wait for it and catch it again.
Bulbs really only got away with it one time this whole half. Set an early tone. Nade though? Ah, a little shy. Chopper takes a step back and dodges the brunt of it.
Looks like they'll finally turn it into a long hit off the long kill. If the CTs do this, they'll just start running up long, so Chopper already hears it.
Ooh, lower player, not able to save Chopper. Trades him at least, but like you said, it's just going to be a run down long, a sprint towards this site. Although G2 do have enough time to get back in position. If that deagle had hit, then maybe they hold this, but Donk tearing him up. Donk taps between his teammates, shaves that third player off. And much like Mirage, where Spirit were able to close this, they finish the half with 3 straight rounds. it looks like the recovery's real, but it's not off the back of what you'd expect. Donk is only 10-10. It's Shiro, 16 kills, 6 deaths, leaning on the immortal of Team Spirit. Always good when you need him. This time it's a carry performance mode to get themselves the lead.
We got some foreshadowing, though. Donk's coming through at the 11th hour, picking up all the pieces here, making sure his rating doesn't drop. His Dust 2, 1.68 on the year, never seen before in history rating, is not going anywhere. That's what he said with that Deagle 3K, the last 3K at the end, one entry here or there, not instantly dying.
Okay.
It's already so much better on all those fronts than it has been for the entire rest of the series. Donk is trying to show us that, yes, he completed the game, but he's an infinite game player. He's here to kill every single day.
My eyes are entirely on Zwei as this game goes on, just because we saw his struggles as an anchor on long A. It's a 1-for-1 position with Magisk, and I think it's a point of contact that if G2 watched Spirit's last match, they could think to exploit. So eyes on him at 3 and 8 for the T side. He's leaning back in his chair, chilling like there's no stress on the situation, because Shiro's probably giving them a bit more confidence, but Donk gets insta-gushed. Certainly not ideal, but you've got Shiro in the pocket, hiding back behind Car, and killed. Heavy God and Hunter coming through with the frags.
Great flashes.
And then they secure mid. There's nobody tucked behind these doorways for the side of G2. It is all towards sight. Sunpius in the tunnels, the one player that's off site. And as long as he stands there, Heavy God gets attention towards window. Spirit have a kit on Chopper. They've got a flash on Zontix. We'll see if that comes through over top of the mid wall as the tunnel players start to push through. But the pressure onto the doors is going to get Zontix off of this flash angle. Weird, because now suddenly less support for the guys that push out tunnels. Sunpius wants the fight. G2 going to take this pistol and cut that lead down early.
Yes, they are. For the best possible finish, they're going to make this one close. Man, this would be such an incredible upset for G2 to pull off based on the format, the fact that they picked Spirit as their opponent. It was the bravest pick of the day. It's something where it didn't even really make sense when you match them up, because you think, oh, they're just going to lose pretty, in a pretty one-sided affair. Might go to 3 maps, but in that case, they're probably going to end.
We had a good T side lately. Let's keep it up on official now.
Love it. It sounds calm. It sounds calm from Hunter.
Yeah, things have mellowed out since Mirage.
Yeah. And I think I slightly disagree with the desk on the calling. I don't think it's perfect. And individually, they have had individuals carry through rounds. But to be honest, when's the last time that hasn't been true for G2? I mean, you can go as far back as Dallas, every event. I mean, it's just part of their. It's just how they're going to win rounds, straight up. And compared to when they played Namiga, I'm already seeing improvements. I'm seeing better defaults. We're seeing more utility used. There's more conviction. They're clearing things out properly, and individuals are shining. God forbid an individual shines.
God forbid. Back versus Namiga, like that final round where Hunter just forced everybody to run, follow him, no nades, even though they had some.
Yes.
It was literally just a guys follow, kill.
Yeah.
Like an element of frustration was coming through, and it worked because you can still tap into that wealth of fragging ability.
Yeah, because it's Namiga, but now it's Spirit, so
it's gonna take more. Chopper! A second?
Oh my god. We're gonna have to watch that back, because how in the world did he get 2?
In the first spray
Chopper may have just won this round.
It was a little ugly, but that second frag had to be instant with the pistol.
Yeah.
It opened a door for Spirit to come stack this A site. Spam on the player, just trying to pepper the cross. Hunter dies to the smoke. Spam player peak site. Sunpius is dead. Mattis 1v3. 2 players on the ramp, and the deep from downtown. Chopper sets this up, but how?
How? It's shoot, tracking the jumping player, flick down, boom, right? Oh, you didn't even jump. Oh, it's the opposite.
Wow.
Jumping player out of the sky.
Mobs introduces inaccuracy to himself, thinking flying would help.
Hold on, I'll just say that was the right way to do it.
Sure.
He had an SMG.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing shot.
Absolutely. Just saying, that's the thought process. It's the right thought process.
Right.
And Chopper had other ideas. Wow. Disturbingly impressive flick.
Unfortunately, could be a real map changer. I mean, around right here, destabilizing the economy, and G2 now have to try to do that.
It's a tough reality to have to deal with now. Gut-wrenching feeling, no doubt.
They're going to close their eyes and see Chopper tonight.
He is sitting in the darkness. Doesn't fully swing out from spawn. Flash comes out for him to do so. You've got that scout in the corner dealt with. Donk's going to make quick work of Sunpius as the climb-up catwalk comes through. Player down in CT gives them confidence on site. Shiro drops the ball. Chopper waiting, and as players pass him, he does snap it over for a second. Finishes off mobs. Hunter, 50 health, 1v4. Too many targets for him to topple. And a 3-round lead now for Spirit as they do what G2 couldn't. Convert.
Chopper's got a boon right now. An evasion bonus, luck up 20%, aim 20%. I don't know who's going to kill him. Hopes are getting quickly dashed here. And again, Chopper's 2K on that P250 cascades into that last round, which is a low buy, but forced down for G2 into absolutely nothing to work with to potentially give Spirit 10. I'm willing to say it's off the back of that one extra kill. That's great.
The doorway. Ooh, baby! On for the ace, Zway. He's going to get some confidence bolstered off this one. Shiro taps out the last, and that's what he needs. Some easy rounds.
No kills.
Feel a little bit more comfortable on this side of the map.
No kills, man. No rebuys forced that with that round. Oh, it'd be such a disservice after everything we've seen from G2, all the good rounds, all the good maps, the close positions.
That Mirage.
For this just to be a walk-off victory for Spirit.
Mirage is going to haunt them.
I mean, I think, you know, you got to say, progress and fast progress.
Yes.
For this roster.
100%.
That had the toughest and tallest task of any team. Who's had to make roster moves, period.
I mean, it felt like an insurmountable challenge to replace Nico and Modernized. When you had to find a coach and you had to find a new in-game leader, that much felt true. You find your in-game leader in a player that has never done it before, fully, having just called pistols. No denying that G2 are up and running already in the second half of 2025. This is a huge challenge in Team Spirit. Cologne champions, by the way. Less than a week ago. I don't want to talk about them like they're dead in the water in Dust 2, but you can feel the tides turning to Spirit's comfort on the CT half.
That's the window of opportunity. Definitely was open there for a bit. Spirit looked dizzy. They were making some mistakes. Rare moments of individual misses. But impressively, again, a map where Spirit did it without Donk. That's why they're even here in the first place. And this drop actually could be great. Donk's going to be up to the plate. 3 players his direction.
Flash comes through, the help from Shiro, and everybody on Spirit picking them apart one by one. Only Sunpius in all of that to get a kill.
Did they miss their deep CT smoke?
Must have
been. It was just open?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually, that might have got their mid-B guys crossed up and they came out. Well, not the best note to end on, potentially.
we could still be looking at Team Spirit winning a series with Donk having a negative KD on all 3 maps. That's what we're on par for.
Love it.
Never before seen.
I love it as long as we don't see it again.
Yep.
I'm here for the history.
Sure. Yeah. That's something exotic. It's new. It's nice. Once is enough. 20-8 is Shiro. You want to talk about consistency, dude. This guy.
Yeah.
You know, you're never going to be able to shine as bright as Donk when he's on your team and doing what he has throughout 2025. In the last 2 years, just the 18th months that he's been a professional player. But man, Shiro's praise has to be sung because he is so consistent at the same time, right behind Donk. What a phenomenal decision for his career to move to this roster when he did. And he did it when it didn't feel like it would necessarily come together. Zway hanging on to Long again. Once more, given a lesser challenge. Takes a 3rd player to pop him, but he is down. Chopper now also toppled by the pistol. And so you bank on Shiro yet again. All's good. Cat player dropped. Scout at a distance. He knows it. And Sunpius, as he just goes to run, Shiro can smell your fear.
Yeah, he can. He's in tune with the timings. That's Way playing that open angle again towards Long. We saw him struggling to really, you know, have impact. Sometimes getting picked off right away. You could say a little bit too aggressive for an anchor in some spots, but when the confidence is right, you see the aim really complement it well, and it's working out right now for Spirit. They're officially in a place where they can do no wrong. That's not been something we could say for some time here.
Despite Donk's individual struggles, when you see his frustrations, you know, it's because of the level he's bringing to the table, surely. But once they hit 12, you do just see it kind of wash over him.
Yeah.
Back to accepting that, you know,
I mean,
you can have an off day and your team wins. This has to be a good feeling.
I mean, Donk consistently has put his team first, you know, whether or not, you know, other people believe it when he says that, but he's been 100% consistent about that. Always put the trophies over the MVPs. And if this was no different, I think he'll be happy, actually. Of course, he knows he could have done better, but...
Surely there'll be some sort of relief. And for the rest of Spirit, maybe a newfound confidence.
It's like just one of those I love my team moments.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, they get to give one back to him for all the carries Donk has offered. It's the rest of Spirit that have put this win this close to being solidified. Mobs gonna fight tooth and nail from the bottom of the board to try and keep this one going. Chopper brings a player down with him. And a Zontix clutch from the B site. He slowly works his way through mid.
Zontix.
They're gonna know where he usually comes in from. And what I love about a Zontix clutch is sometimes you sit here and you watch him burn so much time off of the clock that you think, oh, he's just let this slide. And yet then in the final moments, he'll just rip it out of their hands of his opponents.
Yeah.
And he is doing exactly that right now. He still has the tools he needs for this job. Bomb is planted for Catwalk though, so deep angle for Sunpius. He lets him know exactly where he is. Frag grenade for the player on Gandalf. Sunpius shouldn't give him anything to shoot at just yet, and they will pinch perfectly. Malbs has got a solution going. 3 kills for Malbs in a very quiet 3rd map.
That was something that was definitely missing from the Spirit formula. As we had, you know, Zontix is extremely good on CT sides. I think he went underrated even somehow as an anchor last year, where others took more attention, but he was a CT specialist. But that also means if you're playing small sites, you're naturally, you know, like a Perfecto or whoever, are going to be coming over to make clutches happen. You don't have to do it every time, but it is going to be part of the resume. And last year, where he was a lot more inexperienced, he would take the same amount of time in clutches, but sometimes just a bit too long to actually be able to win the round. Now you do see him convert. He looks like much more of a threat. It's the same sort of composure when he comes in. Like, you know he's going to make a move really late, and it's either going to be both kills at once and you win, or okay, we move on to the next round. But now the game plan is sort of, I feel like the rubber's meeting the road with the timings and the aim at the same time. That one was maybe a little too difficult. And so, okay, here we are, G2, game alive.
Fast pace out of G2 out middle.
A lot of noise. This could get blown up if they're not careful. The bomb is late.
Them. Oh, God. They're trying to force the issue again, and this could just fizzle out. Looks likely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a...
For all the promise that G2 showed us today, it was a matter of consistency and growth. A team just put together, showing us good things early on, but to topple Spirit was always going to be a tall order. There's no denying G2 embodied the spirit of bounty by making this challenge versus Cologne champions. They wanted to take a swing at the Kings, and they did, pushing them to limits and forcing Spirit to pull off a win